Maldives has been trending in India, but for the wrong reason. In the last few days, we have seen a sort of cancelling approach by many celebrities and influencers on social media platforms against Maldives. Ever since those disparaging and derogatory remarks were made by some of the deputy ministers in President Muizzu's government in Maldives. Since then, those ministers have been suspended. There have been kind of toning down from the Maldivian side about all issues that has been pending. We have all seen that tourism industry bodies in Maldives, they have also expressed their dismay and embarrassment over the remarks made by certain senior politicians in Maldives, and they have asked Indians to continue to visit Maldives as they have been. Maldives has been one of the prime destination, a foreign destination for Indian tourists, who constitutes the largest number of tourist arrival on this Indian Ocean island, and that also constitutes its major its backbone of its economy. About 30% to 40% of Maldives GDP comes from tourism industry, and Indians happens to be the largest tourist who group of tourists who arrive on this island. The other aspect of this entire controversy has been that President Muizzu incidentally is touring China right now. So for 4 or 5 days straight visit, he has been treated well and received well by the Chinese side. He has visited a lot of Chinese cities where he has met hundreds of Chinese businesses and expressed his keenness to attract investment from the Chinese side in the sectors like healthcare, tourism, renewable energy, agriculture, airport development, infrastructure development, and all the areas that needs investment and expertise that China could obviously offer. The Chinese side had launched Belt and Road Initiative, and Maldives became its partner in 2014. Since then, China had invested about $1.4 billion on this island nation, and that became kind of debt trap also for this island, which could not have enough resources to pay back the installments of Chinese debt. In the last 4 or 5 years, we had seen the President Soli's government had revisited many of those agreements, and since then, the Chinese projects were stalled in Maldives. And now, with the latest visit by the President Muizzu, it looks like Chinese investment and Chinese project in Maldives will start fresh again. Also, one of the biggest remarks made by President Muizzu was that he wants more tourists from China to the island nation. China happens to be the only second or third country which provides maximum number of tourists to Maldives, and in the wake of tourists from India cancelling on Maldives, it becomes really important whether Chinese side or Chinese government will facilitate or encourage more tourists to this island, so that the economy of this island nation in the wake of Indians withdrawing to visit will continue to be afloat. How will China help Maldives? That remains a major question in terms of sending more tourists. But it does look like Maldives side or Maldives government is clearly tilting or moving towards Chinese side for help in infrastructure development, investment, and of course the tourist arrival in the island nation as well. Meanwhile, we have also learned that President Muizzu has requested a visit to Delhi. The visit, which had been requested way back ever since he had sworn in November, there has a few days back there has been a fresh request that was made to the Indian government, and the Maldivian side is still awaiting for the dates that will decide when the president of Maldives will be visiting Delhi and how the bilateral relations will be going ahead with the kind of negotiations and talks that he will have with Prime Minister Modi whenever he happens to visit Delhi. The Indian side has meanwhile said that as the president of Maldives, he is welcome to visit India, but dates are still being worked out. With the kind of latest escalation between the two sides, we'll have to see how the Indian Ocean region will remain a warning zone for India, with the more influence of Chinese side, with the more money of Chinese side coming to this island nation, and more strategic importance that this island nation will gain if Chinese strategic interest it will start serving. Indian Ocean region remains a very busy trade routes, and to have a neutral, free, fair, and open sea routes is something of interest, and India would like it to remain the way. And more influence by any dominant player in the region can cause worries and concern for the Indian national security apparatus as well.